Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Now I know you might be wondering, Cameron, why are you posting 2 long-form videos today? And that's because I'm back on my grind on YouTube. I know I've been slacking off over here on YouTube and I've been kind of getting too focused on Instagram, so we're back doing these long-form videos. I just recently posted, as recently, I mean just a couple of minutes ago, I just posted my Saturday night's main event predictions, but now it's time for the NXT Great American Bash predictions. So without further ado, you can follow me on CZV Wrestling on Threads, Instagram, and YouTube, but let's hop right into the predictions. The first match I want to dive into is Javon Evans versus Jasper Troy, and I cannot explain how excited I am for this match. I've been waiting for Javon Evans to finally get on a PLE, and Saturday is the time, or tomorrow is the time, for him to finally get on a PLE, and especially go against a high-caliber superstar like Jasper Troy. I'm really excited to see this match, but my only hope is that Javon wins. That's literally my only hope, and I'm excited to see if Javon wins, because if he wins, he's going to be put into the title picture, and I feel like that is no question. So I hope Javon wins, but I kind of have a feeling Jasper's going to win, but I cannot bet against Javon, so I'm going to go with Javon for this. But man, I just really hope he wins. He's been on a losing streak, and it isn't his fault. They're just not booking him right, and I really don't understand. Because personally, I feel like Javon is the best in-ring wrestler in NXT, and I feel like that people would probably disagree with me on that, but he is the best in-ring wrestler I've probably ever seen in the ring, and that's just me being honest. I mean, yes, you could say somebody like a Will Ospreay or a Cody Rhodes, the people you see now, but honestly, if you tell me, y'all would probably say Penta, Ray Phoenix, whatever. I'm saying Javon Evans 7 days out of the week. I love Javon Evans, and don't get me started on Jasper Troy. He's an absolute insane athletic. It's insane for his size how great he is. So I want Javon to win this. I have a feeling Jasper's going to win, but I cannot bet against Javon, so I'm going with Javon for this match. Next up, we have the TNA World Title Championship signing, and we know at TNA Slammiversary we have Trick Williams defending the title against Joe Hendry and Mike Santana. So I'm really excited for this contract signing. I think it's just going to end in somebody going through a table. I think that's how every contract signing ends, and especially for a high-caliber pay-per-view like Slammiversary is going to be. I think we are going to have some chaos in that contract signing for sure, but I'm really excited to see how that ends, because overall, I love Joe Hendry, I love Trick Williams, and Mike Santana's really growing on me, so I'm excited to see how this plays out, and I'm hoping they put on a great promo. The next match we're going to see is the NXT Women's North American Championship being put on the line. Sol Ruca defends against Izzy Dame, and I feel like that it's no question that Sol Ruca is going to be the best women's North American champion ever once her reign is over. But I think that it's going to be about time pretty soon once we have another crazy superstar like a Blake Monroe coming up and trying to win that title, and not just being tossed straight into the deep water in the deep women's main event division. I think that Sol Ruca eventually needs to move up to that main spot, and Blake Monroe needs to take the spot of Sol Ruca. I think that needs to happen in the next couple of months. I'm not rushing Sol Ruca at all, because she is the best women's wrestler in NXT. So I think that Izzy Dame stands no chance for Sol Ruca's run, but I think they will put on an awesome match, because we just saw what Sol Ruca did with Kalani Jordan, and I mean, yes, that was technically a rivalry at a match that we saw one time before, and it was a great match then, and it was a great match now. So Sol Ruca versus Kalani Jordan was, in my opinion, one of the best the best women's match of 2025 so far. So I think Sol Ruca is going to retain here, and I feel like that I don't know really anybody right now except for Blake Monroe that could come down to that mid-card women's division in NXT and take that title away from Sol Ruca, because there's nobody except for like Azari, if they break up, that would even be able to touch Sol Ruca's reign. So that might be a hot take in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about that. But Sol Ruca is the best women's wrestler in NXT, and I feel like this reign is going to go on for at least a couple of months. Next up, we have the NXT North American Champion Ethan Page taking on Ricky Saints in a Falls Count Anywhere match. We know that Ricky Saints just recently beat the Vanity Project in a gauntlet match, which I thought was very weird, because you're showing off the Evolve Superstars and even the Evolve Men's Champion, and you're letting him and the rest of his faction get absolutely buried by Ricky Saints. And don't get me wrong, Ricky Saints is very good. I love Ricky Saints, but it's just, you just buried the whole new generation that you're trying to bring up. Like, you're trying to tell the fans and try to influence the fans and let them know that this is the next generation of wrestlers, but then you let them bury somebody to the guy that kind of just got here a couple of months ago. So I feel like that wasn't the right decision to make. I feel like that match should not have been made in the first place. Ava kind of goofed on that. Or I'm not going to say Ava, because I don't really know where she lies on the board, if she's actually booking matches or not. So I'm not going to blame anything on her, but I do think that this match is going to be awesome. I think that Ethan has to win. If Ethan loses, which I could very much see, I'm going to go, literally in the past 5 seconds that I was just talking about that, I'm going to switch up, and I'm going to say that Ricky Saints wins this match, and then Ethan Page is going to go into a join Seth Rollins faction. I feel like that has to happen. I would be really stoked if it does happen, and if I'm not mistaken, I feel like this is before Saturday Night's Main Event, so maybe Ethan could join Seth Rollins' faction on Saturday Night's Main Event. That's something that I'm not very sure of. I'm going to have to do some research on that. But, yeah, I think I got definitely Ricky Saints winning this match because Ricky's been doing some really great things, and I feel like that he is going to beat Ethan Page tomorrow on NXT Great American Bash, and I'm going to be really excited to see him as your new NXT North American Champion. Next up, we see a tag match between Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe, or the Glamour... Wait, what was it? It was some weird name that Blake Monroe and Jordynne Grace made up. But we have Blake Monroe and Jordynne Grace taking on the Fatal Influence. And, what do I have to say? Well, I don't think there's anything to say. I feel like that Blake Monroe and Jordynne are obviously going to win, whether they're a real tag team or not. I feel like that, by the way, the Fatal Influence, it is JC Jane and Fallon Henley, which is going to be representing the Fatal Influence. And we know the Fatal Influence have been really setting their eyes on... They've been setting their eyes on Masha Slamovich and the match for TNA Slammiversary, but this match right here really makes me kind of wonder why they booked this match, because yes, it is Blake Monroe's first match, and she's in a tag match. I don't think that sits right with me. I feel like that her first match should probably be for a title, to be honest. She's one of the best, she's one of the most high-caliber women on the roster right now, so I feel like she kind of deserved that, but I think that Jordynne and Blake will definitely get the win, but it's gonna really decide who's gonna win at Evolution 2. Now, we all know that at Evolution 2, we're gonna see Jordynne Grace and JC Jane go against each other for the NXT Championship, and whoever wins that will go on to face Masha Slamovich at TNA Slammiversary for both the TNA Knockouts Women's title and the NXT Women's Championship. So that's gonna be probably one of the biggest matches for the women of 2025. So I think that it'll be this is a crucial match right here, because whoever wins this, whichever team wins this, if Jordynne and Blake win this, and that's kind of telling us that JC's going to win next week, or tomorrow, Sunday, good gracious, but that's telling us that she is probably going to win Sunday, so this match is not something that we need to overlook. I think that Jordynne and Blake have to win. It's Blake's first match. I don't think you make her lose if you're trying to keep her long term. So I think that Jordynne and Blake are definitely going to win this match. And lastly, for the NXT Championship, Obafemi takes on Yoshiki Inamura. And man, I can't express how much I love Yoshiki Inamura, but I love Obafemi a bit more. And I think that Oba's not losing this title. I think it would be awesome to see Yoshiki as champion, because now Josh Briggs is by Yoshiki's side, not just as a tag partner, but as somebody that's trying to help him win the title. And I thought that this was going to be kind of like the breakdown of this tag team, and was going to bring this tag team lower, just because I thought that Josh Briggs was going to be mad at the fact that Yoshiki was trying to branch off and do a singles title. So I thought that was a bit weird, because in my opinion, I would rather see Josh Briggs and Yoshiki be tag champs than Hank and Tank. So I would want them to go back down to the tag division and do their thing. But this is obviously going to be a huge milestone for Yoshiki. If he does win the title, I would love to see him as the champ. But Oba's just so dominant. And if he's beating Jasper Troy, he's beating Yoshiki Inamura. And yes, I do know that Yoshiki beat Jasper Troy, which I thought was a bad decision in its own place. But I just think that Oba can't lose to Yoshiki Inamura. He just beat Jasper Troy. Yoshiki beat Jasper as well. But Oba's really made his name in NXT, and he's the champion, and he deserves it. And I feel like Yoshiki has to do a bit more as a singles competitor to really earn that respect from me and the rest of the fans. So I think Obafemi should win this match. That might be something completely different to you guys. Y'all might look at it a different way than I do. But I feel like you are interrupting Oba during a promo, and now you automatically get a match after you beat Jasper Troy. I just feel like it's not something that we need to put the title on Yoshiki for. Oba's too dominant to even let this guy Yoshiki take it away from him. And Yoshiki, I get it, he's done great things for the business these past couple of months with Josh Briggs, but he went off to Japan, he came back and to save Josh Briggs, and that really made his stock go up a little bit higher. So I wouldn't be mad at Yoshiki winning, but I think Oba's got to take it, right? That was all 6 of my predictions, 4, or really 5, because there's one segment. But I'm really, really, really excited for NXT Great American Bash. I feel like it's going to be a super great PLE, and even though it's not going to be able to counter-strike all in views by any means. I don't feel like it's still going to be an awesome moment to see how they really transform this PLE. I'm really excited. I'm excited for the main event of Oba and Yoshiki, and what I just read out to y'all from the starting match to the end is the exact card of what I know. That I got this card from the WWE website, so this should be in correct order on when things are going to happen. But without further ado, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe because we post daily wrestling content every single day, and I'll see y'all boys in the next one. Deuces, ooses.